1-2. Good evening and welcome to Christie Park, the Arctic Circle, for a crucial clash between NWS Spirits and Blacktown City. Sounds good?
Yep.
Nice.
Do you have a mute button or do you want
I just turned the phone. Good evening and welcome to a Christie Park that feels every bit its nickname this evening, the Arctic Circle, ready for a red-hot clash in the finals race between NWS Spirits and Blacktown City. Hello, hello. Oh, this is a much louder microphone than my other one, but it sounds good from what I can hear. It may sound very different at the other end. In the serious control room. Oh, it's getting cold here.
Hold on. Test 1 2. Can you hear that? No. Thanks, mate.
Well, the Arctic Circle of Christie Park may be living up to its namesake, but the match that awaits on the field is as red hot as any, with 4 rounds to go in the NPL New South Wales season. NWS Spirits playing host to the visiting Blacktown City, the latest clash that is going to help decide A fascinating finals picture in the final month of football, as 7 teams from 6th down to 14th are separated by just the 6 points. And no sides have illustrated the tightness quite like these two, who have been on either side of a recent form sliding door in this competition. NWS Spirits, 4 games without a win, have been leapfrogged by a rebounding Blacktown. 5 games unbeaten, 4 wins on the spin. And with the top 6 in their sights, if they can claim 3 points tonight. How unlikely that felt when they were languishing in the bottom 2 for so long this season. It is a massive matchup for both of these two sides. Blacktown, if they want to keep up their resplendent recent form, will have to do something they've never done in NPL New South Wales, and that is win away at Christie Park. It is a fixture that has favoured the hosts in years gone by. 5 wins for Spirit to Blacktown's 2. Never here have they left the Arctic Circle with all 3 points to their name. Do it tonight, and they could well potentially find themselves inside the top 6, if not in a very good position with a handful of games left in the season remaining. For Spirit, sitting in 13th at the present moment. It wasn't that long ago they were a couple of games out of the finals picture. They're still well in the hunt, but need a win tonight to keep that finals dream well and truly burning. It's a big bounce back needed for Spirit, a side who have built their name over years in NPL New South Wales for resurgency from positions of adversity. That's what they will need to do this evening as Andre Takami's long launch gets us underway. Pleasure to have your company for it at Christie Park. Wherever you are tuning in from, Lockie Flanagan with you on another Super Saturday of NPL New South Wales action that sees this as the latest of 4 concurrent games across the state's top flight at the present moment. 2 more to join us later tonight. Either side of the St George Derby divide. It is Blacktown looking to come to Christie Park and claim their first ever NPL New South Wales win at this venue, to lead them to a 5th win on the spin. A side who have been rejuvenated after those early season stutters, into some of their mid-season recruits, the likes of which he's just seen the ball travel over his head in Alu Kuol. There's the star acquisition among a number of names, and the experienced campaigners who have stood up as well. It's an unchanged 11 for Blacktown after that 4-2 win against fellow finals fancy Sydney FC last week at Valentine Sports Park. A couple of changes for Spirit. We'll bring you those in a moment as Petratos gets it out to Mustafi. Kavanagh. Petratos. Corey Kavanagh. Oh. Nearly a perfect start for Spirits. And the first goal in quite some time for Corey Kavanagh. First since his return from injury. That was a scintillating Spirit move. The kind of football at their best of which they are more than capable, both under prior management and this season in patches under Serge Malfara. Something for an informed Blacktown to ponder. These two sides have really traded places in the last month and a bit of football. You go back to round 21. Blacktown were sitting in 15th with just 18 points to their name. 5 unbeaten games since have helped them a number of places up the ladder into 8th. Or into 10th, rather. They've gone up 5 places, and in that same time period, Spirit have found themselves go down the same amounts in the opposite direction, from 8th to 13th. Such is the tightness of that finals chasing pack. So just the housekeeping on those two changes for Spirit. Stavros Serpes drops out alongside the suspended Simon Nicholas, who was red-carded in that 2-0 defeat to Sydney United last Sunday. Brady Smith, an obvious addition in the defensive stocks, while Noah Peacock comes in for the first start for him since making his return to Spirit in the mid-season window from the Newcastle Jets. Scrapping to try and win. That was a familiar name here at Christie Park, Caleb Jackson-Brown. A very fruitful Australian Championship stint here in the yellow and black of Spirits, betwixt his former club Western City Rangers and his present in Blacktown. Stummed that into a dangerous area. Petratos doesn't need much of an invitation. Costa Petratos on the hunt for a 7th of the season. Tonight is Costa Petratos. Hasn't scored since his swashbuckling hat-trick at home to Sydney Olympic back in July. Has scored twice before against Blacktown in his old colours of St George City. Another team who have, out of nowhere, got themselves out of the relegation danger and into the finals hunt. They're on the same amount of points as NWS Spirit, just below on goal difference. Early set piece on the way for Blacktown. It's been a breakneck opening few minutes. Blacktown's first chance to attack is headed clear by Owen Henderson and then flicked further away by his teammates. Malia, plenty to aim at in that penalty area, won't find them. And the second ball falls kindly to Spirit. Well judged. Had to be done from Caleb Jackson-Brown, who does a bit of his early hard work by turning it straight back to Jay Coates. So interesting to see that Serge Malfara, in the absence of Simon Nicholas. Ooh, this could drop here potentially, although the ball is going to be pulled back by the referee. A few too many hands in the back of Nathan Grimaldi. Just back to that point. Seems as though the absentees, two defensive players coming out in Simon Nicholas and Stavros Serpes, and it's tempted Sergio Malfara to go back to a two-striker formation with the duo of Callum Keeley and Noah Peacock. That's how they started the year, back before Finn Ballard-McBride's injury. Blacktown looking to get into their groove. Major is in ripping form, is the living legend. Gets it through the legs of his defender, but is not able to do much more. Takami. That was a calm presence. That was slightly less so from Coates. Berry. These are the kind of battles you live for at the business end of an NPL New South Wales season. Nothing less than 3 points will do for either side, but only one is going to have the chance to claim it. Bent forward by Lockie Tilt. Launched clear by Brady Smith. Only 2 goals around those 4 concurrent fixtures currently going on at the moment. 2 eyebrow-raising ones, though. Manly 2 to the good against the Marconi Stallions. As Malia tries to fashion the opening for a cross, finds Adam Berry. His brother Ben will be in action later tonight in the match of the round at Penshurst Park, St George City Here's St George City hosting Rockdale Illendon. Another game of major importance to this finals picture. Jackson Brown loses it. The referee happy to grant him the reprieve of a free kick. Barry Alofta, watched all the way by young Jay Coates. Looks to have taken a firm grip on the starting goalkeeping position for Spirits. 9th consecutive start for him since usurping Chris Marks, long-standing Spirit keeper. It's usually been a goal-fueled fare, this one, since Spirit's arrival in NPL New South Wales in 2023. Goes at a rate of about 4 a game. It was just the one when they met earlier this season at Landon Stadium. Mitch Malia, the match winner, as Blacktown broke a 9-game winless run in the early knockings of the season. Mustafi. Petrados takes it well in stride, does Costa Petrados. And Mustafi, he can hit them, tries to, gets the shot away eventually. And Blacktown come up with a block. And it'll fall at the lap of Mitch Malia. Qual in the middle with space and options over the shoulder. Brian out to Tanaka. And Travis Major with a clipper. And Qual well marshalled that time by Owen Henderson. Of course, a familiar name to the Blacktown faithful. Owen Henderson, a former junior of the club, whose cousins, Lockie and Caden, both still there. Malia. Still Mitch Malia. Lays it off. Berry's cross. Flicked inside. Major battles and wins it back. It's a clever flick. It's a player who goes to grounds in Jack O'Brien. A big wave of the arms from the referee. Some big appeals coming through after the inventive flick from Jack O'Brien to try and free his feet for a shot. Tension, chances, plenty of zip. Plenty of early signs that we could have a decent little game on our hands here at Christie Park. Mustafi's ball, a decent one, but tilts. Got himself involved. Qual contests forlornly in the weight of superior numbers. Rogers lumps it clear. A couple of his teammates making the point that perhaps he could have just let the ball head into his penalty area and pick it up. Two keepers who have assumed the starting spots over the course of the season out there tonight. Cooper Rogers the other. And he's making his first grade debut back on the 28th of June at Marconi. Held that starting keeper spot in the majority since. Keeley latches onto that one. Kobayashi. Back to Keeley. Major steals in, but no sooner can he break away with the ball does he hear the peep of the whistle. So an entertaining opening 10 and a bit minutes at Christie Park. And it is the hosts hoping to end what is approaching a 200-minute wait for their most recent NPL New South Wales goal with the two best chances. Kavanagh's ball in, helped on its way by Petratos. Henderson leaves it for Mustafi. That flick will break for Kobayashi. And Major gets a boot to it at the crucial moment. And now perhaps Blacktown can counter through Tanaka, who's just overcooked his pass in the direction of Nathan Grimaldi. Up against it for a long time this season. Keeley is going to be able to bring that down. Couldn't find the angle for a shot. Defers to Kobayashi. Peacock got up but didn't get. Will it drop here? Keeley! Spirit hit the front. And it's Callum Keeley who breaks their goal-scoring ruts. And what a big goal in this battle in the top six picture. Spirit have created the best chances and now they've taken one. And Blacktown in red-hot form are going to have to come back from behind at the Arctic Circle. There's been a few times so far this evening where Blacktown have been opened up to that point up to the 15th minute mark. Spirit had not been able to make them pay, but Callum Keeley, who has made headlines for all the wrong reasons this season, has popped up with a very important goal for Spirit. Second of the season in just his 8th game. And after 230 minutes of wait in NPL New South Wales, 2 full games back to back, and a bit of change either side without finding the back of the net, Sergio Malfara's men have something to celebrate. Just a poor header, a cross goal that allowed the opportunity to Keeley. Jackson Brown, former Spirit man, coughing it up to Keeley, who made no mistake. And the onus on Blacktown to bounce back. It's a decent cross from Jack O'Brien. No one ready and waiting to meet it. Tanaka. Major. Nick O'Brien trying to thread the needle for Major and does. The hopeful flick inside can only find the awaiting arms of Coates. Jackson Brown launches up the line for Jack O'Brien. Nothing doing for the Blacktown attacker on that occasion. Petratos has looked lively. Wanted to get the ball to Kobayashi. Now does. Ball drilled in, but the flag was up against the Japanese live wire. In the midst of Petratos' attempt to get the ball to him the second time around. Spirit still without their other member of their Japanese contingent in Shoki Yoshida, who came off injured in that chastening 4-0 defeat a fortnight ago to the Western Sydney Wanderers and hasn't been cited since. There was a brief moment's consideration. And Blacktown will get the free kick, for which Mark Crittenden on the sideline was so fervently appealing. Coates double fist away, and Keeley will help it on its way and out of play. A couple of months ago, when Blacktown were languishing in the doldrums of the bottom two, and we were staring down the very real possibility of two of the big fish in NPL New South Wales being relegation threatened as they occupied those bottom two slots with Sydney Olympic. Blacktown would not have been thinking about potential finals football. Major, straight down the throat of Coates. And that they have shifted the conversation from safety to top six is testament to the work that Mark Crittenden and his side have done. I'll be happy to have avoided all those scares, but oh, this might drop here for Peacock potentially. Lays it off. Keeley, 2-0. Callum Keeley with a quick-fire double. And Blacktown were the agents of their own downfall. And in this so crucial clash for both sides, it is Spirits who have a vice grip on the contest early doors. And that could not have been made much easier for Callum Keeley, who has tripled his tally for the season in the space of 20 minutes at Christie Park. And we're talking about the troubles that Blacktown have had this year, that they, in the last 5 weeks, have been a mile away from. Their defensive frailties have been the pain point this season, and unfortunately tonight, on 2 Callum Keeley goals, that has reared its head successively. It was Keeley who made that a live chance from Coates' kick out, just flicked it on in hope rather than in anything. It split Blacktown's defence. Peacock performed the hold-up play, and Keeley did the rest with Rogers well off his line. 2 moments in defence that Blacktown would rather forget. They've left them with a fair hill to climb at Christie. So the pressure is on Blacktown City in this game. I would not have anticipated being 2-0 down in 20 minutes. That's a lovely loft over the top. It's just past the reach of Jack O'Brien. Not to labour the point, but Blacktown will be happy to have rid themselves of relegation trouble. But they, given their reputation in this competition, would still be dead keen on finals football. Crittenden will not be happy with how this game has started. Remember, Spirits, heading into this game, 3 losses in a row, 4 games winless. Blacktown, 4 wins on the spin, 5 unbeaten. The free kick coming for the visitors. Haven't made particularly much of these set-piece situations as yet. Blacktown have not missed out on finals football since 2020. In comes the cross. Spirit heads first to the football and side-footed away by Corey Kavanagh. Jackson Brown doesn't catch it as he would have liked. It's awkward though between Coates and Qual. And the referee judging the contest of Qual to not be quite to his liking. The early evidence suggests that it doesn't matter where you put Blacktown on the table, Spirit continue to be a bogey side for them. And Christie Park especially. That is now 10 goals that Spirit have been able to put past Blacktown in City's last 3 visits to the Arctic Circle. And they do seem to get a frosty reception. Lost 4-1 here last year, 4-0 the season before that. What a journey that they seem to enjoy. And it's a history they all have to change tonight. Qual used his body well. Was marshalled nicely by Mustafi. Jackson Brown, risky ball, but it opens up the field for Grimaldi. Malia under pressure from Mustafi. The Blacktown veteran riding the threats of the fullback nicely. The good news for Blacktown is they know that they've got a comeback in them. They were 2-0 down at the hour mark last week, having taken the lead in the first half through Kore Tanaka at Valentine Sports Park last week and ran out 4-2 winners. So they've got to come back in the locker. 2-0 down early doors. Not what they would have anticipated. Tanaka. It's a good cross. O'Brien! Just didn't catch it quite as he would have wanted to. Jack O'Brien. Still waiting for his first goal of the campaign in an injury-plagued 6th season. That's more composed from Cooper Rogers. Eighth year at Blacktown City for Jack O'Brien. He was out from July last year to April of this season. So a long time on the sidelines. It's just his 11th game of the campaign for a player whose goal-scoring abilities well documented in seasons prior. It's good value for a goal against Spirit as well. 3 all-time in NPL New South Wales. Quite a few goals around the grounds now. Another big one in the finals picture as SD Raiders hit the front against the Western Sydney Wanderers at that game at half-time. And on the live ladder, that puts the Raiders in the top 6. Another team who have been on a rampant recent run. Blacktown's rampant run is looking a mile away at the moment. Jackson Brown's lost the ball. Had to stab in on Peacock to get it rid. And the referee does take exception to the intervention of Noah Peacock. Actually made his first grade debut in this fixture back in 2024 away to Blacktown at Landon Stadium. He's been through his fair share of A-League academies in the intervening time period. Played at the Wanderers, Mariners and the Jets in the last season and a half. Major. He's the man who could inspire a turnaround. O'Brien has sent Jackson Brown a little wide. His ball was a great one though. Qual. Outstretched to keep it a Blacktown ball. Did enough. Tanaka. Tilt. .41 goals conceded now this season for Blacktown. 10th in a 16-team league. Looks to have really solved those troubles lately, though. Only 3 goals conceded in the last 5 weeks heading into tonight. Mustafi. Hits it away for Petratos and Jackson Brown to battle. A battle that Costa Petratos thought that he had won, but ultimately in the war, Jackson Brown has won out with the aid of the referee. Just an amazing night in the finals picture across the board this evening. Every game means something. More on it shortly as Malia's clipper inviting. Qual couldn't quite stretch to the neck muscles. And it's flicked out of danger by Kavanagh and then more emphatically by Grant Cornwell. These long balls have created a real headaches for the Blacktown defence. To the task. They've turned it over though. Petratos. 3 would be a hammer blow. Still going Costa Petratos. And tried to just open up the angle for Riku Kobayashi. Not to be. I'm surprised that Petratos did not elect to access the advent of Aiden Mustafi down his left. Such a capable attacking player is Aiden Mustafi, even if he has only scored 3 goals for the year. Pretty handy tally from fullback, mind you. Brady Smith making his disagreements to the referee rather clear. Will Malia be able to keep this alive? He does, but he's able to do little more than get a toe to it. So to put in context the scale of what a day this could be in the finals race and in the premiership race too, we've got Manly and Marconi currently in action. Manly 2-0 up. So that's 2nd against 5th on the live ladder. A game that if Apia win tonight later on against St George, puts Franco Parisi's outfit almost within reach of the premiership. Sutherland and Sydney FC. That game currently goalless, but is 4th v 8th on the live ladder. SD Raiders Wanderers is 6th v 9th. And this game is 11th v 10th, which doesn't sound like it has finals permutations to it on paper. But at the moment, both 10th and 11th, 4 points adrift of the top 6. Seven points separated by 4, or 7 teams separated by 4 points. It's one of the best finals races you will see across the country in NPL football, and certainly one of the best in recent seasons across the states. It was a fairly tame race between the likes of Sydney United, Blacktown, Wollongong last season, and Sydney Olympic, if memory serves. Spirit have shown they're up for the fight so far. They'll get a free kick here, courtesy of Corey Kavanagh. Alu Kuol a little clumsy. If you are late to join us, you've missed quite the start at Christie Park. 2 goals in the opening 21 minutes, both for Callum Keeley, both for Spirits. And this must-win matchup to keep their finals hopes alive. It's going very well so far. So Kavanagh, who won the free kick, does take the free kick. The backheel flick from Grant Cornwell is missed. O'Brien leaves Mitch Malia with just a bit too much work to do. Will be asking for more from their experienced core, Blacktown, if they're going to bounce back. They've got bigger problems to worry about now, though. Kobayashi trying to break away. Little deflection off a Blacktown backline member breaks the way of Cooper Rogers. And it's their experienced veterans who are in the best form. Mitch Malia looking for a goal in a 4th consecutive game. Major. Nick O'Brien. Those two, the brief game among themselves, broken up by Alu Kuol, who tried to tee up Major. It was just the wrong side of the City captain's waiting legs. Jackson Brown. Blacktown would love a goal back at least in the 10 first half minutes that remain at Christie Park. Tilt. Malia. Jackson Brown stepping into a more natural position of the middle of the park for him. Tanaka's cross takes a touch. Kuol bringing it down, twisting and turning, and firing straight into the arms of Jay Coates. Nearly a very well taken goal for Alu Kuol, former Wanderer and Mariner. O'Brien. Jack O'Brien, that is. Blacktown end up heading all the way back there. There wasn't a lot of options, in fairness, for Jack O'Brien to aim at. Grimaldi. Berry. See lots of positional rotations in this Blacktown side as they look to pick gaps in Spirit's defence. Very fluid system regardless of shape under Mark Crittenden. Malia turned his way into traffic, and the problem with not finding any profit from their passes is that it affords the chance to transition to Spirit, which has been profitable for them so far. Kavanagh, not this time. Tanaka, is he clean through? No, says the referee. Big challenge coming in from Nick O'Brien. Legal in the eyes of the referee. Now Jack O'Brien goes to ground, and that will bring the referee's whistle into action. O'Brien flipping the field for Malia. Delightful first touch. Pretty good second as well for Jackson Brown. He's around Petratos, and another. Jackson Brown can't finding a shooting angle. It's a great cross, a bicycle kick attempt. Still there through Major, who clips it in past the reach of anyone. Tanaka. Oh, it's just not happening for Blacktown at the moment. Quite a few nearly moments for them now. Jackson Brown, he couldn't get a shot away. There was an overhead attempt coming through from Jack O'Brien. And then Major, the man who you would so often rely upon to find a willing recipient in a situation like that, just couldn't. Six goal contributions in Travis Major's last 3 games. I say he's a player who you'd trust to find a teammate. He's been doing exactly that recently. 2 goals and 4 assists. Taking him to a tally of 11 and 6 for the year. He's having one of his best seasons in years in a Blacktown shirt. At the ripe old age of 36. He's had a hand in 43% of Blacktown City's goals this season. Does the... Oh, that's a risky turn from Nick O'Brien. It was made to look very good. Major, 339th Blacktown appearance tonight. It's lumped away by Cornwell to respective veterans of their clubs. Cornwell in his 22nd year at Spirit is subby. So a little brief unction over in the left-hand corner for those 2 veterans who are lining up on one another tonight. Cornwell heading into a bit of a risky area, right to the boots of Berry. Tanaka. Major. Clever pass. Qual wriggling away and finding his way to a corner. So he's started to find his way into the game slowly but surely. Alu Qual on the hunt for a 3rd goal since joining from the Western Sydney Wanderers. Here's the corner, and Grimaldi couldn't reach. It'll be another forthcoming for the visitors. The left foot of Mitchell Malia. Can it produce again for Blacktown City? Not yet. A 3rd corner in quick succession for Blacktown City. So from flag to flag to flag they've gone. And will it be the old adage, 3rd time's the charm for Blacktown City? O'Brien's delivery. That time it's away by Brady Smith. Back in from O'Brien. Decent bend. And Major plays it back into the penalty area. Grimaldi with a few cracks at it. And battles hard enough to win it back. Major. poker from Malia over the head of Qual. And Spirits eventually able to clear their lines, but Berry wins it back. It's another risky pass. They're not afraid to go for those Blacktown. They need to tonight. Space to work with this time for Malia. Those crosses are just not finding their willing recipients at the present moments. Plenty of pace to this game. Can't help but feel that more goals, as is often the case, will be on the way as it gets a little testy. Just right of screen between Grant Cornwell and Jack O'Brien, the two opposing number 8s. A couple of minutes left to go in the first half at Christie Park. Not a scoreline the neutral observer on recent form might have expected. Mustafi. Adam Berry putting the squeeze on. The pressure very nearly paid. Kavanagh, he thought a whistle was coming, I reckon. But play continues. Keeley. Petratos in support. Keeley wants to go it alone. Had the first half hat trick in mind. And the referee has just used that break in play to issue a bit of a talking to a couple of players on both sides. There has been a bit of tempestuousness to this one, certainly. Sideline frustration from Mark Crittenden and his coaching staff. Got their fair share of sanction-based drama this season. 4 red cards for the year, Blacktown. Really crippled them early doors, but they've stemmed that ill discipline later on this year. A pass well short of Nick O'Brien's best. Qual. What a clever flick that is. O'Brien. Malia. Skew whiff pass. Major forced into retreat. Will there be time enough for another Blacktown City chance? Berry. That's well short of his best. Jackson Brown. Check of the watch from the referee. And another. Into a second minute of first half stoppage. And it comes to naught for Blacktown City. And what a potential fresh twist in the top 6 race this could be. NWS Spirits, 4 games without a win, welcoming the informed Blacktown and tearing up the form book after 45 minutes played at Christie Park. 2 goals in the opening 20 minutes from Callum Keeley have the side who needed a win well and truly on track for one. But beware the Blacktown bounce back in the second 45. Is it on the way? Or are Spirits on course for a crucial win in their quest for finals football? Plenty to play for on the other side of the break, but the halftime score, NWF Spirit 2, Blacktown City 0.
Every week, hundreds of thousands of people turn up around football grounds around New South Wales. Parents, kids, refs, coaches and volunteers. Cardiac incidents can happen to anyone at any time on the pitch.
Right now, not every club has a defibrillator.
And the ones that do are not always maintained or ready to use. In a critical moment, with a defib, that could save lives. That's why Football New South Wales, St John Ambulance and Toyota have come together for Every Beat Matters to help clubs around New South Wales to access defibrillators, cover maintenance and build a register so we know exactly where every unit is around the state. All you need to do is buy a ticket through raffle ticks. $5 can make a difference. Every ticket goes towards funding defibrillators and maintenance for clubs that need it most. A live fundraising board shows exactly how much is being raised. And every ticket you buy puts you in the draw to win a Toyota Corolla. One ticket, real impact. Help your club be ready when it matters. So buy your ticket today.
Good touch by Cameron to bring that down, and now thinks about the early cross. It might fall for Awan Lawal, and you simply cannot give him those sort of opportunities. Here is Thomas Quilligan. Connor Quilligan with a strike! And how great a strike it is! Franson looking for Lawal, does find him. And now Rocco McNamara is there, flashing it across goal. And Hasarati taps it in. A well-worked goal by the Wanderers as they make...
Side to strike. Diego Bonilla squares it back. Choi with a bending shot. And the goal arrives for the Sutherland Sharks. Bonilla on the right side. Diego Bonilla cuts onto his left. Veers out to open some room. And the ball falls in the box. Here's McGowan! Ty McGowan makes it 2. Into the last 10 minutes of play. Scott turns, holds off an opponent, and he's legged as the ball finds Kanazumi. Excellent finish.
With the left foot. It's Casella with the shot. And Casella with the goal! They lead at home for the first time. Well, not a second time McStay, but now Fernandez. Head tennis in there. Marcic flicks it. Is there a chance? Is there a goal? No flag. There is the equaliser. The free kick was floated in. It ricocheted around inside the box and eventually fell. Takes a touch and he slips. There's been a chip from Evan Souris. Chance for City Raiders. A great save. Not cleared away. It's come back inside. Marcic with the goal. Marcic with the goal. Goalkeeper. He's picked it up and bowled it out. And now Skataric. Shaping for the shot. Oh, it is a goal. It went through the net. It's 2-2. Everett calling for it back inside. Q Shore chooses to float it in. Marcic is there. Still haven't cleared it. Dinked up to the back post. And it's headed and it's in. They've got themselves a third goal. It's Jakob Malbasa.
Back in from Coco. And it's in the back of the net. Farah Coco with a spectacular effort. Haven't had much chances so far in the second half. Tiller, good ball in. Falls to Nakano. That is one of the best goals you will see this season.
Major continues his run and Tanaka has a go. Kodai Tanaka with a real collector's item. He's going to find Fowler here. Tilt is going to ground but hasn't taken it away from Fowler. And it's Fowler bearing down on Rogers. And Sydney immediately responds right before the break against Cooper Rogers. Glasson, confident penalty. Down the middle he went. And Sydney FC take the lead for the first time this afternoon, and it's an important lead at that. An important moment this in the context of the season, in the context of the finals race. Major from the spot, tucks it away with ease, sends Zavadinos the wrong way and lets him know about it on his way past. Yej making it difficult, and Blacktown have won a quick throw. Major up to Qual, and Qual is searching for Malia, and Malia! Blacktown go bang bang, and it's on the feet of their two veterans, Travis Major and now Mitch Malia. Turn and continuous reliance on his more experienced players, and Yej is going to have a go! Oh! Incredible from Maxim Yej from past halfway.
Channel ball. Oh no, oof. He's turned it over very cheaply indeed. That's not who you want to give the ball away to. It's Moody Najjar who will strike and finish into that bottom corner with aplomb. Gets ahead at the interval. Swept in, near post delivery. K-Flaps! They have restored parity!
Bernie. The pressure pays for St. George. Solomon John Monahan, Viker, bid leg. Oh, what a finish that is! The Frenchman is catching fire in NPL New South Wales, and St. George.
Not a regular goal scorer by any stretch of the imagination. Casper's keeping the attack alive. Conestavo! Stunner! Sequences like that are going to help out Apia, and Ortiz is bearing down on goal. He's found Conestavo for two. A brace of brilliance for Apia's number 8. Able to play the ball forward. Monarchus forcing the pass, but Kukuchka's stolen in behind Sean Simmons and has a goal back. There's the one they were looking for. It's come from there. There they are. Dilly applying the press. Oh, Conestavo! What more?
Well, in the midst of one of the reddest, hottest finals races you'll ever see, that currently sees no less than 7 teams separated by 4 points in the hunt for finals football. This is a massive second 45 that awaits between NWS Spirits and Blacktown City. It's the host 2 to the good, courtesy of a quick-fire double in the opening 20 minutes of the game from Callum Keeley. That has taken a 4-game winless and bang out of form NWS Spirits, who are actually 3 games winless, I should say. 3 losses in a row. On the cusp of a win that would put them straight back in the thick of the finals picture. And it means that Blacktown need to respond. Trying to do it here through O'Brien, but his header wayward. And this 3 losses on the spin. Spirits have crafted their 2-goal lead against a rampant Blacktown City, who came into this game 5 games unbeaten, 4 wins on the spin, and currently find themselves 2 goals adrift. Can they create a comeback at a ground at which they have never won before? That is the challenge ahead of Mark Crittenden's side. Do it, and they won't, on current results, get into the top 6 tonight, but they will close to within a point of Manly United and SD Raiders, who are 6th and 7th respectively with 38 points. If they don't, they will find themselves level with Spirit on 34 apiece, and they could be joined by St George City if they win against Rockdale tonight. It's a ridiculous finals race here in NPL New South Wales. Ever-shifting permutations. Blacktown need a comeback to try and keep the good times rolling. Qualla's done well to make something of this. And goes toe-to-toe with Cornwell. It's Subby who has the answers that time around, but the pressure just prompts Owen Henderson to prod it away. They were able to come back from behind Blacktown last week. They went 2-1 down at the hour mark to Sydney last week and ran out 4-2 winners at Valentine. Going to need to channel something similar here this evening. They did finish the second half the stronger, but Spirit created the best chances, and what ones they didn't create themselves were afforded to them a little too cheaply by Blacktown. Malia, I would love to get a goal to get them back into this one early. Stabbed in by Mitch Malia. It's clear by Brady Smith in the face of Jack O'Brien. Some big goals around the grounds to bring to you shortly. It's one of 5 concurrent fixtures at the moment. St George FC and Apia Leichhardt have just commenced proceedings at Barton Park. An Apia side who, as it stands in the live ladder, could close to within a point of potential premiership victory. Keeley, so used to putting the ball in the back of the net at that end, has got it anywhere else that time around. Apia could go 8 points clear ahead of Marconi and Sydney United, who play tomorrow, with a win tonight against St George FC. St George FC side who need the points, though. Currently at the bottom of the table in the auto-relegation place after Olympics win today. O'Brien. Jack O'Brien. Grimaldi. Tanaka. Major. Decent clip. Not fully Cleared by Spirits. And Tanaka, did he make use of a hand to keep that alive? Quoll steals in. Big wave of the arms, and the counter was the phase that Spirit found such profit in the first half. It's well managed that time. Keeley looks to have hauled back Grimaldi. Two players who have shown a propensity for temper getting the better of them in years gone by. It went largely unpunished, but the pull of the shirt was clear as day on the replay from Callum Keeley, who shifted it off to Costa Petratos. Brilliant defending by Jackson Brown. But still Petratos has it. Jackson Brown in again. And the referee is going to pull it back for the initial infringement on Costa Petratos. He's going to turn his attention back to young Noah Peacock, who in the build-up of that transitional phase for Spirit was brought to ground. Checks still ongoing for Noah Peacock here at Christie Park, who's back up to his feet, but still moving a little gingerly. This is not the way that he would want his first start since returning to Christie Park to end, but you may have caught the thumbs up from the physio there. That suggests to me that it will be a day that won't be ending here. For now, Spirits will have the free kick with 10 men. It's firmly struck, but watched all the way by Cooper Rogers. Corey Kavanagh got a fair boot behind the ball, but not enough to confound the young keeper. Peacock back onto the field, by the way, so good news for him. The change back to the two-striker formation has been a successful one so far for Serge Malfara. Oh, what a touch from Major and Quoll. Oh, the thwack of the ball against the clubhouse roof just about tells the story. That's going to need some collecting as well. Oh, he's got the capacity for that level of quality. Does the 97-game A-League player in Alu Quoll. The challenge for him, no matter what club he's been at, whether it's been the heights of Germany with Stuttgart, or his recent stints in the A-League with the Mariners and Western Sydney, has been about channeling that quality consistently. It's a yellow ticket for Nathan Grimaldi, who's making the protest or the counter-argument that he didn't swear at the referee despite the man in the middle's judgment. So it's a fair chunk of time for Nathan Grimaldi to have to deal with that cautionary card. Takami's clip will be cleared by Blacktown City, only as far as Corey Kavanagh. Hasn't scored since the early weeks of last season, Corey Kavanagh. On the 23rd of February, away to RPL Leichhardt. Who would have thought that would be a battle at that time between the eventual premiers of 2025 and the eventual champions? Haven't quite recaptured those lofty heights this year, although that was to be expected with all the change, losing the likes of Michael Konostabo, Takumi Afuka, Yua Kubo as well. Spirits have won that back. It's come off the back of Petratos. It might work out for him, though. Got a fair bit behind it, but right into the wrist of Rogers. Quoll with a nice turn. He's the lone hand up top, and Henderson slides in cleverly, the 21-year-old former Blacktown junior, to nip that in the bud. Adam Berry back to Jackson Brown. Good switch for Major. Mark Crittenden will want him on the ball as much as possible. Tanaka. Japanese flyer scored his first Blacktown goal. What a goal it was to open the scoring last week against Sydney FC. A couple of cracking goals, including substitute Maxime Yesh from the halfway line. That's the sort of individual brilliance that they require tonight. As Malia in a central pocket skulks away from a couple of spirit markers. Major, well disguised pass for Nick O'Brien, but his cross is not what is required. Blacktown are just going to need to find another gear as they look to arrest their Christie Park curse of never won here in NPL New South Wales, albeit only 3 games. 3 games in which they've shipped their fair share of goals. $13 goals in 4 games at the Arctic Circle they've conceded now, if you include Callum Keeley's couple in the first half of this game. O'Brien clipped from behind by Henderson, and the free kick will be coming. Will a card be coming as well? Yes, is the answer. So one central defender for either side now in the pocketbook of the referee. Owen Henderson joining Nathan Grimaldi. Well, given the amounts on the benches and on the pitch at the moment between either side, There's always a decent odds of Henderson going into the yellow card book this evening. His cousins, Lockie and Caden, both on the bench for Blacktown tonight. Owen Henderson, Jack O'Brien, and Malia over the free kick. Malia doesn't get the dip and the quality of which he is capable that time around. Not to be a fourth goal in as many games for the man who was the difference last time these two met. Wonderful couple of touches from Keeley. Really top draw. Kavanagh. Petratos. Well blocked by Grimaldi. Spirit will get a corner. They've done the majority of their work so far in this second half on the back foot. They've not committed many numbers forward for this corner either. Only 4. And Costa Petratos has just made it now 5 players in the box to attack this. It's a good corner delivery as well. Headed out by Blacktown. Qual, a scorpion kick attempt to keep it alive. Mustafi couldn't fashion something at the edge of the penalty area. Is that lack of attacking commitment to the corner suggestion that Spirit are going to try and sit pat on their 2-0 lead? This might be a chance to change that. Keeley, great cutback. It's begging for it from Petratos, who puts his efforts again right down the middle of Cooper Rogers. It looked as though it was set up perfectly for him to make it 3 Costa Petratos, but now here come Blacktown, but for the intervention of Corey Kavanagh. Peacock hasn't had his name on the scoring sheets, but has provided a handy presence with back to goal to get the assist for Keeley's second, it must be mentioned. How well has Mustafi done to keep that alive? Unfortunately, undoing some of that good work by touching the ball out of play. Been 5 games since Spirit's last clean sheet. Been a while since Blacktown have gone goalless as well. Scored 4 games in a row. It was a 0-0 draw that started their current unbeaten run against Sydney United. Tanaka. Major. It's got Kobayashi for company, Travis Major. Goes back to Grimaldi. Still plenty of football left to be played here at Christie Park, but at 2-0 down, in need of a win. Blacktown are going to, 1, need to do better than that, and 2, start to turn their screws pretty quickly. Kavanagh finds Kobayashi. Petratos with an enterprising run. That's where the ball heads. And Petratos was well marshalled by Grimaldi. Major not happy with his own work there. The Blacktown captain, Takami. Always a calm presence in the middle of the park for Spirit, Andre Takami. Just a whisker away from a very nice pass from Kavanagh. Two teams who can look really good and fluid when they're doing the right things on the ball. Qual did well. Did more than that. Really nice. Major on the move. He's not blessed with a breadth of teammates. Finds Tanaka with the quickly taken throw. His pass was no good in return. Still over 20 minutes of football to go and stoppage time to come. There are just those little moments that make you feel that maybe tonight is not Blacktown's night. No one tell Travis Major that, though. Tanaka. Grimaldi. Nick O'Brien. Jackson Brown. And Jackson Brown still going. This has gotten really clumsy from the Spirit defense. Eventually, Brady Smith was able to step in. Spirits trying to transition through Peacock. This touch was maybe guilty of being a bit too clever by half. Malia. They need to see more of him on the ball. That sort of a run is why. And they'll let the ball trickle out of play for a throw. I have to feel that a potential substitution for Mark Crittenden's side mightn't be far away. Maybe Spirit as well. Long throw. O'Brien. Spirits read the danger. Nick O'Brien looking for his brother, but it's commanding keeping from Coates, who gets Spirit on the move. Kobayashi. Oh, what a reverse pass that is. Keeley. He couldn't pick out a teammate in turn, and Spirit will get themselves a corner. But when their little pockets of opportunity do open up, where Blacktown have perhaps been a little bit too ponderous this evening, Spirit have been incisive. Still just the 4 in the box for Spirit. Grant Cornwell lurking on the edge. Zonal defense from Blacktown. So they go looking for Cornwell. Can't find him. Do find Petratos. Keeley with an effort on the pivots. Tanaka nearly found a way through 2 when he ought not to have. It's all looking a bit too comfortable for Blacktown for the liking of Mark Crittenden. To that end, perhaps no surprise to see that a Blacktown substitute has been prepared. Looks like Maxim Yesh is going to join us very shortly. Petratos. Peacock was offside, so even had Jackson Brown not done his best to retrieve the ball, that was going to be coming back to Blacktown's possession regardless. And that will bring about the change. Quite an attack-minded one as well. Lockie Tilt, the central defender, is coming off for Maxim Yesh, who's on the hunt for a fourth goal. Sorry, seventh goal of the year. Had four fingers held up there, so indicating to Travis Major a slight change in shape. But who fills that gap in the back line? Right now it's looking like potentially a four with Kodai Tanaka coming into the centre. Keep an eye on that. Qual's control was good and squeaked the pass through to Travis Major. Blacktown needs to get their goal back. Yesh. Nick O'Brien. Berry. Spirit Shape continuing to hold firm. Looking like maybe a 4-4-2 potentially for Blacktown now. So Major has taken up more of a central position. Have lacked a bit of a option in those crossing situations as Tanaka. Oh, we've got another sub coming here. Blacktown. Flicked on by Malia, who wanted a free kick but didn't get. It's a bit helter-skelter over on the far side. Eventually out of play for a Blacktown throw. Jacob Maniti will be, it looks, the latest to enter. Very fascinating, Mark Crittenden making two separate substitutions so close to one another. Ball in from Berry. It sits for O'Brien. It's a great block from Mustafi to deny Jack O'Brien the chance to fire home a much-needed goal for Blacktown. And concerningly for him, it's a block that has seen him come a cropper. He does not look in a good way, Jack O'Brien. It wasn't Jacob Maniti who came onto the field. It is, in fact, Seb Hayward. The 18-year-old in his second senior season. Now Spirit have got to play it down. So it does appear at first glance that Jack O'Brien is indeed the player who's come off for Seb Hayward. Whether or not that was the intended substitute or whether it was an unfortunate coincidence is another matter. Now Brady Smith is leaving the field with assistance from the physio. There's every chance his number might have been about to be called as well, because Kyle Williams is standing on the sideline. So, a bit of a break in proceedings as two separate players are taken off with injury troubles, and fingers crossed for both of them, especially Jack O'Brien, who's had such a torrid time with injuries of late, that they are not too serious. So Kyle Williams and Seb Hayward on for either side. And Williams straight into the action to march in and make that ball his own. O'Brien. Major deflected ball. It's in. Blacktown have their goal back. Travis Major with a hand in it, though you fancy the final touch. Was off a member of the Spirit backline that just caught Coates out. And well. With 14 minutes to play, we have got a game on our hands at Christie Park. Blacktown have got a little over 10 minutes plus stoppage to go chasing for more. And Spirit's 2-0 lead. Their clean sheet is gone. And the pressure is on if they want to return to winning ways. I would love to answer straight back. Kavanagh receives from Petratos, whose touch was perfect. Well, no surprise, it's Travis Major who was heavily involved. Maybe a bit of surprise as to how it actually happened. It was somewhat of a clumsy and unfortunate goal conceded. Major's cross took a big old touch off Cornwell. And that just wrong-footed Coates, and into the back of the net it went. And a grandstand finish ensues at Christie Park. A wonderful pass through the lines for Hayward. The 19-year-old finds Major. Couldn't turn it on his boot single-handed, could he? Not quite. And not yet, at least. Kobayashi. This is a game that has got a finals intensity between two sides who are chasing it. They were both there last season. We both know how good it feels. Cornwell. Picked off by Nick O'Brien. Blacktown have really got the bit between their teeth now. Berry. Are they going to come back from behind for the second time in as many weeks? Major just did enough to get it to Hayward. Malia. Great first touch. Qual! Not for the first time tonight for either side. The efforts at the end of all of the promising movement put too close to the keeper. I'm struggling to actually remember a serious save that either Coates or Cooper Rogers have actually had to make. It's been that sort of a game. On either side of the goals, most of the goalkeeping required has been fairly regulation. So, elsewhere across the competition, Sutherland have levelled it up against Sydney FC. SD Raiders ended up 3-0 victors against the 10 men of the Wanderers. And there remains 4 points between 5th all the way down to 11th. In a razor-thin finals race of which, as things stand, both Spirit and Blacktown are very much a major player. Keeley in the corner. Fashions a way through to Petratos, who does brilliantly to get it back to Keeley. And again, Petratos. Heard that story before. Too close to the keeper. Blacktown moving with menace the other way. Maxime Yesh just slipped into a gap. Now Major. Back to Yesh. It's just taking a bit of the air out of the attacking balloon for Blacktown. Did the erstwhile defending of Riku Kobayashi. Nick O'Brien. He's hunting Travis Major. His ball a bit short and easily picked off by Cornwell. Thomas Mason, who's come onto the field for Peacock, has played the ball straight out of it. He's got the long skins underneath the short sleeve. It is a pretty chilly place. I don't call it the Arctic Circle for nothing. 13 degrees at Christie Park, but the feels like would certainly be lower than that, especially on a clear night such as this. Major. The momentum is with Blacktown. Will an equaliser follow? They've scored 5 goals past the 70th minute mark, or 6 now, with that own goal earlier in this recent 5-game unbeaten run. Cornwell and Major contest, both go to ground. And the two living legends share a friendly embrace. Another sub coming here for Serge Malfara. It's going to be a welcome return back for Zayn Alawalia. He's going to enter the field of play alongside Sam Armson. Alawalia, who was such a consistent figure in that premiership success story last season, is making his first appearance since the 5th of June here, so good to see him back for Spirits. And Armson comes straight into midfield. So off have gone Riku Kobayashi and Andre Takami, as Spirit appear to have settled into a back five. Sergio Malfara riding every kick at the moment. In his first and last season as Spirit head coach, he's taking up a full-time role with Sydney FC's Youth Academy at the end of this year, and Luca Falcone, who led Spirit through the Australian Championship, will be coming in. A big last 7 minutes coming up at Christie Park. The point doesn't do too much for either side. Coates askew with clearance. Cornwell's not much better. And it's the commitment of Kavanagh that saves it from Blacktown getting it right back. And here comes Spirit through Costa Petratos. Shot took a big touch, and it will come out for a corner. At the end of all of that, a few more precious seconds being chewed away for Spirits, who are not far away now from bringing their hat-trick of defeats to an end with a precious 3 points to place them back in the top 6 picture. In it comes. Oh, and nearly all the way in. That was incredible. What a chaotic sequence at the back post. Costa Petratos nearly bent the ball all the way into the back of the net. Came off the frame of goal in the end as both Qual and Sam Armson rose at the back post. Yesh. That came off Keeley and stayed in play. Spirit have got superior numbers and space. Alawalia. Oh, it's in! Spirit have surely sealed it now. And Corey Kavanagh has his first goal in a long time. And it's a third that you have to think would seal all 3 points. A pitch-perfect counter from Spirits. And their losing run is going to come to an end at Christie Park. And for the first time in over 500 days, Corey Kavanagh is a Spirit scorer. And again, as has been the tale when those counter-attacking breaks have presented themselves tonight for Spirits, where Blacktown have at points laboured in possession, Spirit have cut through. Alawalia waited for the right pass, found it in Kavanagh, and Cooper Rogers will be disappointed that he couldn't bring that one into his spell. It slipped under the reach of the young keeper. But with 5 minutes in stoppage to play, that could be that for Spirits. And Blacktown City's Christie Park curse could be said to continue. Berry. If they get another back, Blacktown, it really is going to be a mental finish. Nick O'Brien. Oh, yes. Out for a throw. That rather sums up the night it's been for Blacktown. Who are, or have been in recent times, far better than what they've shown tonight. They did get their goal back through the head of Cornwell. Travis Major's venomous cross, but really either side of that have not created enough. Spirits have played their game plan very well. Mason finds Alawalia. Qual steaming in. And it's approaching too little, too late time for Blacktown, despite the individual brilliance of Travis Major. Berry. We did get a bit of injury stoppage in the midst of this game. Jack O'Brien and Brady Smith both going down, so there will be a bit of stoppage to come. I have to guess it's in the 3 to 4 minute mark, though. It's time, but it's not a lot of time, and Blacktown need to find a goal before that. Just not looking like it is going to happen for them. As incredible as it sounded going into tonight, you could have mounted a good argument that Blacktown were one of these sides in the box seat to take one of the 2 remaining finals positions. UNSW, St George FC and the Wanderers to end their season. So if you included the Spirit game on Spirit's current form, it was 4 very winnable games, which is not what you can say for a lot of their other fellow combatants. This has changed some of that, suffice it to say. Spirit themselves with some interesting tasks in the next few weeks. Manly, SD Raiders and Marconi to end the season. So currently all teams in the top 6. SD Raiders just outside the 6 but level on points. So if they are to completely unlikely run NWS Spirit, it'll be well earned. This is on track to be a well-earned 3 points this evening. Major. Hayward. Able to fashion a way through. Keeley's chested touch opened it back up to Grimaldi. Into stoppage time now at Christie Park. Twisting and turning is Kaya Williams. Another free kick that just chews time away for Spirits. Frustrating fortnight and a bit. Looking set to conclude with a sweet 3 points at their hallowed home ground. Flicked forward by Armson. Keeley will battle hard to try and bring it into control. This pressure does enough to win a corner. At 2-0 up, they weren't committing too many numbers for the corners. Spirits, I imagine it'll be even less this time around. They are still going to go for it, though. No interest in holding it up in the corner. Petratos looking to catch the keeper out again. And fingertips over the top by Cooper Rogers. In from Petratos again. Major heads out. Corner from the opposite side. Everything coming up the hosts at the moment. One win in their last 5 games. 3 losses in a row. Those fading fortunes are about to be reignited. Hayward heads it wide. Yej pushes the latest substitute Sebastian Mileto forward. It's not going to find Callum Keeley. 3 minutes of stoppage played now at Christie Park. Spirits are nearly there. Back to the drawing board for Blacktown and for Mark Crittenden. Ahead of a frantic final 3 weeks of the season where it is still anyone's guess as to who will make up the tail end of the top 6. It's not Jackson Brown's best. It's the launch out of play for a throw. Spirits in no hurry whatsoever. They have played a blinder tonight, and they've got the result to show for it. And Blacktown City's rampant recent run comes to a close at Christie Park as NWS Spirit gets an all-important 3 points to keep the finals dream alive, and it was a 3 points of which they were well deserving. 2 goals in the opening 20 minutes from Callum Keeley got them off to a hot start. An own goal brought Blacktown back into contention with 15 minutes to play. But when all's said and done, it was Corey Kavanagh's first goal in a year and a half that sealed the deal and brings both of these teams to 34 points, 4 outside of the top 6, and still in the hunt with 3 games still to go. A result that is a welcome tonic at Christie Park and sets them up for 3 massive matchups to close out the season. As we close out the broadcast here tonight, it's a big thank you to you for tuning in. From myself, Lockie Flanagan, and from the production crew, it's goodbye for now from Christie Park. The full-time score, NWS Spirit 3, Blacktown City 1.